Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a great day. I'm just saying this. Where's everybody? Where's all your apologies today? Oh, these LeBron apologists. If you saw my video, whatever, I was a little excited. Still a little excited. It's less than 24 hours. So I got about 2 more hours till like I guess dawn, or till everything goes down, and this day is over for the celebration. I'm just ecstatic that like you guys were talking about how he got Luca, he got this, he got genius JJ Redick, he got tattooed white guy JJ Redick. He must be a genius. He must be he must be a geek. He did you see the Mind the Game podcast? He's a genius. He's the best coach ever. He didn't even coach a game. Dude, the guy's an entitled doofus. Duke loser. These Duke people gotta stop. Okay, the only guy I could remember is like Shane being good. All these Duke guys never want to blame this dude. This dude is terrible. All these Duke guys. I mean, gosh, no wonder why people hated Christian Leitner and Bob Hurley. I get it, but Bob Hurley, I guess he's one in Connecticut, but these Duke guys are just ridiculous. They're on the media like Billis, I think the draft dude, like talks about how good he is and how great that he's awesome. He's not. These Duke guys suck. Okay? They're losers. No wonder why people hated Duke. Coach K pretending he loves people. He never liked anybody. Get out of here. I mean, these guys had success. I get it. When you have success, that's when you don't really like guys. But it's just ridiculous, guys. Enough with the Duke love. Enough with these guys. They're the best thing before they even start. Dude, JJ, nice career, but man, he talks about how these old guys were plumbers, and he's just his fresh face on ESPN. He's never wrong, and oh my gosh, he's an embarrassment. You know what? Well, I'm just saying this. I got no problem with guys going to a job or any NBA head coaching job, and they're coached 2 years, and you never hear from them ever again, like Fred Hoiberg or guys like Steve Clifford, who coached Charlotte, and then he coached, um, if I'm not mistaken, he coached the Orlando Magic after their career was over. They never really spoke about all the great things. They always spoke about, um basically, like, how, whatever, you get the point. They spoke about how everything is just, it, they did their job and they left and they moved on in life. Life moved on, and nobody really, they didn't call out anybody. They didn't have the attitude they were the best. They were like happy to be there and they're happy to have a job. And good for them. They made their goal of being a head coach in the league. But when guys like that, they just it's good because they move on. But guys like Doc Rivers, who keeps getting the job, guys like JJ Redick, who pretends like he's won 100 championships when he hasn't. I get it. Even though Doc Rivers did win a title, so he has that thing when he gets fresh with media guys. But Greg Popovich was arrogant. Okay, he's got 5 titles. He's got the Duncan dynasty, the Spurs dynasty. I remember Phil. He called out referees, but I don't remember Phil exactly. But even Phil, when he was being a little bit of a diva, let's call it, with the Knicks, it's like, yo, bro, that's Phil Jackson. He's got 11 titles. You can't say darn to him. Like, you can't say a thing to him. But then you have guys like, um, JJ Redick. You haven't even won a playoff series. You're pathetic. You're pathetic when a guy's asking you about, like, oh, you're asking that because I'm inexperienced. No, you're asking that because it's a legit question. Just stop. Just stop it. And you don't know more basketball than the average dude on the street because you played. Okay, you don't. You don't know history like that. You played this statistical game. Shut up. Shut up. There are fans who know more than you. Not many, but there are fans, and I promise you, there are fans who know history better than you, who probably know the game better than you, and there are probably high school coaches out there who know better than you. But you got connections. You played in the league. Congratulations, you made a good living by playing in the league. But you were on your video garbage when you were in Philly, like you were going to like trust the process. Remember when you signed that 1 year, $20 million with Philadelphia, and you go, oh, well, trust the process. You made like a whole thing, like, dude, you're a bench player. Oh, I'm sorry you started. Get out of here. Who are you? You're not anybody, man. Sorry, like you don't have a humility at one bit humility of like stuff, and you like all players today get crapped on. That's what you were as a media guy. It's like, yeah, welcome to like how life works. I understand like privately you say certain things, but it's just it's absurd. This guy is absurd, and obviously you suck the big guys behind very much, and it got you the job, and you basically garbaged on Darvin Ham, who was an NBA head coach, who actually was a backup for the Detroit Pistons and won a title, won a championship. Oh, I don't know. You didn't win an NBA championship. I didn't either. I didn't play in the NBA. I didn't come close. I was not even close. But man, like, hold on a minute. You're talking garbage about Darvin Ham, who actually was an assistant in Milwaukee, won a championship there, by the way, under Coach Bud, who went up the ranks, who actually worked his tail off to come up the ranks. He didn't shortcut the situation by playing kiss my butt like you did, which I got no problem with connections, but that's what you did. I don't even know where you know LeBron from, because whatever, I guess you're in the league, but you played that mind game podcast where you're just writing notes, and like that was your university of basketball. Like, LeBron's a smart player, but bro, I would think being on film all day is as an assistant is actually uh, learns more than a player. And LeBron, I have this prediction about him, because after he retires, he's not going to go away quietly, because he loves to talk, and he doesn't like to keep things under the radar. And guess what he's going to start doing? You know what he's going to start doing? He's going to. This is my prediction. He's going to probably um, try to buy a team and talk about how if he was a coach, he would do this, and if he was a coach, he would do that. And he's not going to know how to coach or run a team, because you know what? When you're not playing and is a great player, like, yo, it doesn't look. It's not that easy. It doesn't look so good. You know, I get it. Jimmy's and Joe's, as Bill Parcells used to say, are more important than X's and O's, and that is a fact. But it's like, yeah, your scheme. It's like it doesn't work. It doesn't work if Tony the Tiger's doing it. And by the way, JJ Redick, you could make the second round with Luca and a top. I would say LeBron's still a top 10 to 15 player at least. You could even make the second round. You could make the second round. Wow, it's so easy to be a coach, right? And by the way, when AD was there, nobody thought that team was going to go past the first round. Oh, it's so easy. It's so great. By the way, you should know basic logical basketball, because you're always correct that playing your whole starting five, or playing the same five a whole half, is a dumb, stupid strategy. I don't care who you are. It's the dumbest strategy in the whole freaking world. Nobody thinks that's a good strategy. And anybody that says it's a good strategy is just pretty much stupid. Like, you couldn't put a 3 minute mark for this guy, for that guy. I understand like two guys, but all five. It's pretty pathetic. And I don't think anybody. By the way, that dude Tony on the couch, like me, could have coached better than that. I promise you, we could have, because what we could have done is we could have put a 3 minute break for this guy, 3 minute break for that guy, come back in type stuff, and we could have just played pick and roll, off-ball screens to get the ball in the post once in a while and give the ball to Luca and LeBron every play, and things would have figured it out. We could have done the same thing. Austin Reeves gets an isolation once in a while. We could have done exactly the same thing. You know that. You know that. And by the way, Tony, the guy on the couch, could have done a better job, especially game four than you. I promise you. I'm telling you. So when you say stuff like you know more basketball than everybody else, no, you don't. You don't. You don't. Thank God you played in the league forever, and you know what a pin down is, and you know what a off ball screen means. You know what a 2-3 zone, a box one, dude. Shut up. Like a pin down, a come closer, shade, all these cool words, but it's like the same exact thing. Contest, dude. It's not the hardest. It's not rocket science. This sport. It's cool. It's cool. When to cut to the basket when the guy's not looking. Great spacing. Yeah, we don't might not know how to do it, but we know those words. We know like we're supposed to do it. Us as players on the court, we maybe we not figure it out. But come on, like you kiss butt to one guy. And another thing is, I don't know the score in the in the next game. The Knicks were up like 10-15 at first or something around there. And what's the score now? Um, I just want the Knicks to close it out. The Knicks are up 11 with 8:45 to go in the second quarter. I just hope the Knicks finish it out. By the way, that will be I'll have a topic for that later. Um, I just coaching is not like, oh yo, this geek thing. Okay, it's not. It's not. I get in other sports maybe, but not, not in basketball. Um, who else is on? What else is going on in the world? I mean, the world is obviously going to complain about the media, especially about Trump. Um, I like the fact that I mean, everybody, especially that ABC guy. I mean, when you have a stupid narrative to push automatically, I get it. That's part of his job, but you just tell the president that it was a fake Photoshop tattoo when it wasn't. And then you say, no, the guy has a process. It's like you're criminals that are not from here, like terrorists. They don't have process. That's number one. And number two is when you are such an idiot and a bozo. Yeah, I'm just saying this. The past 4 years, now, I guess last year, so the past 4 years, you've been calling Mr. President, the president, and now it's Trump, and it's just like inconsistent. It's like because this guy doesn't deserve. Well, this guy was elected by the people twice, maybe more, but whatever. It's ridiculous. It's insane, and I get it. You could just lie, and you lie when you say at least when he talked about. I heard there were stories in Germany like where a German officer, which was a Nazi, once in a while would sneak out a Jew and get him out of the camps, or will give extra piece of bread and to certain people. So like there were very few unique exceptions, and people said, "Oh, there were good Nazis out there." That's what Trump said, and that's not what he said. It's not what he said. He said here and there they would surprise you. They didn't, but that's what they do. That's exactly what they do. It wasn't just out of context. It was pretty stupid. It was more like a purpose, intentional, idiotic thing to say that the president said that Nazis were nice. Like he never said that. Um, uh, yeah. India and Pakistan. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's insane. Um, oh, Bill Belichick. What about that? That's a little crazy, by the way. Bill Belichick situation. I have to say this about the Belichick situations. I hope I'm wrong, but it's looking more and more like to me it's looking more and more when you hear stories come out that does this girl really like Bill Belichick? I don't know. I hope so. It's their life. They could do what they want, and I see Bill being controlled by this younger lady, which is very odd to me because he was never really controlled his whole life. I don't think he ever cared what people had to say, but when you're doing an interview and like, because Bill Belichick, I've seen him do interviews. There's nobody hovering over him. Like people say publicist, like the publicist is freaking her. Okay, it's pathetic and ridiculous. It's insane. Like he's not like this old person that doesn't look like we never know when our last day is, but he doesn't look like he's on his last like leg. He just looks like he gets to walk around, his head is still there. And I think like it's very strange what's going on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really not like I don't know what to say. I'm very skeptical of this whole situation. All right, that's it. Thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of your night.